I guess it kind of helps to get when you, hey, this is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. And I guess it helps when you start this actually start the stream out instead of just talking to yourself into the mic. I'm glad that didn't go on for too much longer. Um, the game is now 4-4, 3 minutes into the game. And believe it or not, I was here at the tip off, but I didn't start the stream. So, hey, it is what it is. John Moran brings the ball up against his buddy, DeAnthony Melton. Jaren Jackson has yet to touch the ball, and John Morant falls down. Jaren Jackson promptly gets a grenade and airballs a three-pointer. So we have a slow start to this game, a little over 3 minutes in, 5-4 Philadelphia. Steven Adams has been the focus of the offense for the Memphis Grizzlies. Um, Despite Jared Jackson being guarded by PJ Tucker, a guy who's about 6 to 7 inches shorter than he is. Regardless of how strong PJ Tucker is, he just does not have the size to be able to contend with Jared Jackson on the perimeter. I mean, on in the post. So going to Steven Adams against Joel Embiid seems less than ideal. Just my opinion, but we'll see how it works out. Steven Adams, 1 of 2 at the line. Game is tied 5-5. Tobias Harris with another three-pointer because for some reason, oh God, they can't make an entry pass, man. This is something that really perplexes me as I've been watching the Grizzlies. How you have professional NBA players, and I mean this is going on for several seasons for the Grizzlies, professional NBA players that cannot make a real live entry pass into the post. What the hell is that about? So it is another slow start for the Grizzlies offense. Um, this has been the Grizzlies were getting off to good starts in the first quarter, but now they can't seem to get off to a good start in the first quarter or sustain a good start in throughout the whole entire first quarter. Just sluggish offense, no player movement, very little ball movement, no three pointers made. Just real bad offense. So let's see if the Grizzlies plan on scoring this this first quarter. Um, we're gonna see what Grizzlies have the ball down 10-5. Very sluggish offense again. It's really come down to having one person that can create offense in the starting lineup, and when he's not actually creating anything, the rest of the offense goes to poo. So Dylan Brooks with a layup. Hopefully he'll have a better game tonight than he did in Minnesota. D'Anthony Melton hits a three. I think that's 3 3-pointers for the Sixers already in the first 5 minutes of the game. Ja Morant with a cut and a lay in. Well, a floater really off of the Steven Adams find. Jaren Jackson with the steal. Ja Morant with the layup off the Steven Adams screen. 13-11 Philadelphia. Joel Embiid with the jump shot. 15-11. Oh, God. John Conchar misses a layup. And the ball goes out of bounds. Philadelphia 76ers ball. Joel Embiid open for three, and he misses. Ja Morant with the rebound, pushing the ball, finds Dylan, who attacks the rim and misses a layup. Recurring theme for tonight, just like what happened against Minnesota. Layups miss, no 3-pointers, no shooting from the outside, attacking the rim, and can't. Ja Morant misses a dunk, a wide open dunk. Ja Morant misses another, and Jaren Jackson's out the game. So we'll see if the pattern continues that when they sub Jaren, the lead gets worse. Steven Adams posts up Tobias Harris, and they actually found the mismatch. Surprising. Why are you closing out on PJ Tucker? And Shake Milton gets a layup at the rim because for some reason people want to close out on PJ Tucker, who's taken like one shot in the last 3 weeks. Well, and what's so bad about it, about this Jaren substitution pattern is Coach Jenkins follows up the Jaren substitution pattern. John Morant hits a 28-foot bomb 3-pointer. He follows up the Jaren substitution pattern by bringing Tyus in at shooting guard, and that just makes the defense go to crap. Tyus has been playing terrible for most of the season. And Joel Embiid takes Steven Adams in the post and treats him like a rag doll. John Morant with another pull-up jumper. 21-18 Philadelphia. And I thought Ja Morant had stolen the ball from DeAnthony Melton, but they say DeAnthony Melton. They said that DeAnthony Melton didn't touch the ball, but now we got the Tyus job backcourt with David Roddy and Santi Aldama. So 4 minutes left, 21-18. Let's see where we're at the end of this quarter. This team is going. This group is going to have to really do some good shooting, really shoot the ball well to make this work. Tyus with a wide open 3-pointer, and he makes it. Tie game, 21-21. That's the only way this lineup works is if they shoot the ball extremely well. Embiid, oh Lord, oh timeout. I was going to say Embiid pulled up from about 33 feet. The hell's going on? So let's see where these stats are, where we at. Let's look around the league. Hornets leading the Wizards 77-64. Hawks leading the Nuggets 52-42. Celtics leading the Heat 43-39. I think Jimmy Butler returned today. The Nets blitzing the Raptors right now 56-31. Cavaliers over the Magic 44-39. The Lakers over the Bucks 46-41. And of course, we're tied in Memphis. And the Spurs the Spurs losing to the Pelicans 18-23 so far. The Grizzly stats. John Morant, of course, leading the way with 11 points. Steven Adams has 5. Jaren Jackson has 0. John Conchar has 0. Dylan Brooks has 2. Tyus Jones has 3. That'll account for all of the points. Right now, who's leading the way for Philadelphia? Philadelphia is being led by Shake Milton, 6 points. Joel Embiid has 4. DeAnthony Melton, 3. Well, my bad. Tobias Harris has 8 points. Shake Milton, 6. Joel Embiid, 4. And DeAnthony Melton with the 1 3-pointer he has hit. John Morant is right now 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3-point land. 1 rebound, 1 assist. So hopefully he's on the way to a big scoring night. It would do well for him. A good 40-point game would be a good way to start December. Yeah, good way to start his case for being December Player of the Month. I would like to see that for Ja Morant. Joel Embiid just doing whatever he wants to Steven Adams in the post. Steven Adams is just not long enough to stop him, and it's not doing his work to keep him out of good post position early in the offense. So Joel Embiid is just like getting whatever he wants. Ja Morant misses a 3-point shot off the left wing. Tyus is now guarding DeAnthony Melton. They go back to Joel Embiid versus Steven Adams. And he pulls up, misses the 10-foot jumper. Steven Adams goes down. I don't know what Steven Adams is doing. Santi Aldama with a wide open three, and he misses it. Joel Embiid keeping Steven Adams off the offensive boards. Well, it seems like we found one of those players that is a bit harder for Steven Adams to move in the post than Joel Embiid. And y'all know this was my finals pick for the year, Grizzlies versus the 76ers. My finals hoping pick is the Grizzlies versus the 76ers. And the 76ers are highly injured today with James Harden and Tyrese Maxey being out. So the Grizzlies should have the advantage tonight, even with Desmond Bane out. Ja Morant with a running shot. I don't know what that was, but nobody from Memphis gets back on defense. So we're having another game from the Grizzlies with very poor effort and execution. Turnover by Tyus Jones. And really, he has been playing terrible this entire season. This has been a bad season for Tyus Jones. Terrible season. What they need, David Roddy lets DeAnthony Melton get a rebound over him. So we are starting to see a pattern emerge with the Grizzlies a month into the season. It's a very, very, very low effort on both sides of the ball. Very, very, very poor attention to detail, poor execution. Uh, this has been going on for a minute. They let offensive rebound on a free throw. Just piss poor effort. So we are seeing a pattern starting to emerge, like I said earlier, with the Grizzlies. They're down 28-21. This group, this Tyus, Ja, Santi, David Roddy group, or whatever this group that comes in with Tyus, it's just not been a high effort group. They don't play hard. They don't defend. They don't play offense well. They make a lot of mistakes. And it's not the youngsters making all the mistakes. That's the issue. If it was just the youngsters making the mistakes, it wouldn't be a problem. But the vets are making mistakes also. So Dylan Brooks attacking and gets a layup. 28-26. And it's amazing because you have to remember that the Philadelphia 76ers are without their entire starting backcourt. This is like the Grizzlies facing a team without Ja Morant and Desmond Bain. This team, we should be looking to mop this team up. And Santi gets a block at the rim. Nobody is there to rebound it. And everybody's walking down the court. Brandon Clark is walking. Dylan Brooks is walking. And two guys are just standing in the corner as we hold for the last shot. Oh, step back three. Dylan Brooks. It's a step back 3-pointer. It's 30-29. And that's how we will go into the second quarter, 30-29. But like I said, the Grizzlies are luckily shooting the ball pretty decently from three. Other than that, first quarter has been very, very disturbing, if you ask me, especially following that Minnesota performance. You would think that they would come out in this game with a little bit more of a sense of urgency, but they're playing like they won the championship last year. They're playing like they're the Warriors and they won a championship and they have nothing to prove or do not need home court advantage through the playoffs. You know, we're just in cruise control for no reason because they haven't won anything. So we're going to see. Hopefully, we can get better effort. I still don't understand, man. Jaren Jackson played 5 minutes in the first quarter. Oh, man. These substitution patterns, I don't know. I mean, Santi Aldama playing more minutes than Jaren in the first seems less than ideal to me. So, like I said, I think the Grizzlies' next game is what Detroit at Detroit. Uh, who's been playing? Killian Hayes put the whammy on the Mavericks last night in the only game that was in the league last night. Killian Hayes was killing them with step back 3-pointers. And I'm gonna tell you something, even as a person that it's not really rocking with the Mavs. If Killian Hayes is hitting step back 3-pointers on you in the fourth quarter and overtime, you just call it a game. Shake his hand, call it a game. Nothing you can really do about that. Like I said, Jaren Jackson finally back in the game, gets an offensive rebound, misses the putback, gets another offensive rebound, gets mugged on the ground. And I think it's out of bounds on Philadelphia. They say I got the sound down, so I can't really hear Pete and Brevin. Um, Dylan Brooks sneaks in for a layup off the inbound pass and gets fouled. Grizzlies take the lead 31-30. So even with all my pessimism and complaining, the Grizzlies have the lead less than a minute into the second quarter. But like I said, we have to remember this is a team without their starting backcourt. So should we really be struggling with them? I mean, even though we're missing Desmond Bain and Zaire Williams, they are missing, I think, two players, and Tobias Harris is playing injured, playing hurt, basically. So, all right, good steal by Dylan Brooks. David Roddy pushing it. Can he finish? And he finishes and the foul. I think the one thing that I really look for David Roddy improving when he gets an offseason to improve is his finishing. He has to learn to finish against NBA length. He can get to some spots, but he is struggling to get finishes done. Maybe he learns it throughout the season, but it's a lot of players, especially players who have, are shorter or have, don't have the length, excellent NBA length and come from small schools who are not used to facing NBA length at the rim all the time. Sometimes they struggle as rookies to finish at the rim. So we're going to see. I think David Roddy's going to improve. He's already improved his 3-point shot. But the guy has a lot of game off the dribble. You don't really get to see it that much with the Grizzlies because the role he's playing as a rookie role player. He's basically used for spot up shooting, and he's basically made himself into a plus 3-point shooter real shortly into his NBA career. So if that continues and he starts getting his off the bounce game going and is able to finish better at the rim against NBA length and contest, then he is looking to be a very, very high level role player in the future. His size and ability to handle the ball bodes well for somebody who's a mismatch, especially off the bench. And the fact that Coach Jenkins has deployed him as a primary point of attack defender off the bench, basically the role Zaire had last year as being the guy that is able to guard primaries off the bench, that also bodes well for him. But the one thing that I like about that is that we already know Zaire is an elite screen navigator, especially at 6'10, 6'11, or whatever he is right now, with all his length and his ability to stay with point guards, even the quickest point guards through screens, screen navigation, and all that. If he can do that and Roddy can take the bigger assignments, the bigger wings off of, the bench, the Grizzlies bench is going to be looking very good as far as defense and 3-point shooting goes in the future. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And if you haven't heard, it looks like Jenkins had an update on both Desmond Bain and Zaire Williams. And it looks like both of them are probably about a week out from returning. I would say look for both of them to return the second week of December during this homestand, sometime during this homestand where the Grizzlies are playing 6 of their 7 games at home, and the Grizzlies really can't afford to give up. David Roddy missed a free throw. Really can't afford to give up any of these home games. The only one that I would find acceptable is the Bucks, who finally are getting Chris Middleton back tonight. I think he's playing against the Lakers. Haven't checked the actual box score to see if he's actually playing. Dylan Brooks misses a layup. Brandon Clark dunks the putback. This team has to work on finishing, and this is a problem when you have so many guys that do not have NBA length and athleticism. I mean, elite NBA length and athleticism. When they get to the rim, they do all these fancy attempts to finish, and it ends up, because they got to clear the contest, and it ends up they miss a lot of layups. Jaren Jackson pushes the ball up the court, gets the layup at the rim, finally gets off of the snide, missed his first 2 shots, I think, and so that makes him 1 for 3. So let's see what these scores are looking like. Today is Friday. The Hornets are putting away the Wizards 99-79 late in the third quarter. Hawks over the Nuggets 60-46 at half. Celtics over the Heat 62 to 59 at the half. The Nets still killing the Raptors at the half 72 to 49. Yeesh. Cavs over the Magic at the half 54 to 47. Lakers over the Bucks 66 to 58 at the half. Grizzlies, of course, up 8, 38 to 30. Pelicans up 5 over the Spurs, 36 to 31. And we got 3 late games tonight. The Rockets at the Suns, Pacers at the Jazz, and the Bulls are playing the world champions Warriors tonight in San Francisco. And yes, I will keep giving the Warriors that respect every time I talk about them until somebody can knock them off. Hopefully, it's the Grizzlies. But yeah, we're going to keep giving them that respect because, unlike a lot of people, I respect any team that can get the championship, and a team that has done what the Warriors have done over the last 8 years deserve the ultimate respect from every NBA fan. Whether you like them, whether you hate them, even as annoying as their fan base is, you got to respect Steph and the crew. That's just my 2 cents. So we are going to look and see if the Grizzlies can close this quarter out with a bang and, get some real separation from the 76ers at halftime, unlike what they were able to do against the Knicks. When they got up, they kept letting them get back into the game. So we're going to see if they can bear down and get some stops and some scores in succession. Jaren Jackson with the rebound. And quietly, Jared Jackson has been rebounding a lot better. Oh, 3-pointer for Jared. Boom! Jared Jackson, bang! I like it. Jared Jackson has been playing fantastic all season, except the first game where he was coming back. Of course, he was rusty the first game, but he has been playing so well. Don't close out on PJ Tucker. Let him stay out there. There's no reason to close out. Jared with the tap out. Oh, man. Jared, that should have been an offensive foul on Tobias Harris, fending Jaren off. Come on, get Jaren another 3, Tyus. Get Jaren another 3, Tyus. Another 3, Tyus. Boom! Oh, man. I thought Jaren was going to hit that 3. But that's what I'm talking about, Tyus. Feed 13. Whenever Jaren's in the game, feed 13. In the post, at the line, on drives, feed 13. Until Desmond Bain gets back, that is the primary focus, especially for any lineup that doesn't have Ja Morant on the court. Feed 13. That's all you need to do. The guy is playing at an all-star level. Even though he doesn't get all-star level plays ran for him by the team, he is still playing at the all-star level when you count in his defense and his scoring and efficiency so far this season. So I'm looking for a good close to this quarter for Jaren Jackson. I think he has 5 points. I'm looking for him to get up to double figures before this quarter ends. Let's get it, Jaren. Oh, if they can just get a ball to Jaren Jackson against PJ Tucker, life would be so. Jeez. MB hit Jaren Jackson with an elbow to the face. Uh, um, so let's get you know what the game plan is. Feed 13. Ties with the floater. Feed 13. There you go. Give him the ball. Jaren Jackson fouled by PJ Tucker. Get the rebound. He was fouled. Come on, Jaren, hit these free throws. 10-point lead for the Grizzlies. Now, like I said, Jaren Jackson is such a positive influence on the court. He has just made uh, both on both ends of the court, offense and defense. He's not even shooting well tonight, but his offense and defense has been pretty good tonight. So, 1 or 2 from the line, 6 points for Jaren. 4 more points to go, Jaren. I need you in double figures by halftime. Block this. Boom. Mm. Joel Embiid had oh man, Brandon Clark was holding for on for dear life against Joel Embiid, who is just a truck, man. He is one of the most skilled players I've seen at that size, and I'm talking about not just height and length. I'm talking about his physical. He is so huge. Embiid is a big dude, and he has impeccable footwork. I remember watching him when he was in college and watching that guy learn during his season at Kansas, and it's like he was in the Matrix. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like he was in the Matrix downloading a program on being on how to get better. Jaren Jackson with a dunk off a pass from Dylan Brooks. Um, but yeah, it was like he was downloading things, and his game has been the same. He has got to be one of the smartest MFers in the game because he is able to do so much like other players. And when I say he takes so much from other players, I'm talking about wings, big men, everybody, points. He takes a lot of stuff from people's game, and you can see it in his game when you watch him play. Jared Jackson up to 8 points. Pop it out to him, Dylan. Brandon Clark with another subpar performance, I will say. Embiid basically Jaren with the foul, trying to keep Embiid off the boards. And like I said, if Steven Adams was struggling with Jaren with Embiid, you know Jaren Jackson is going to struggle with him. He is just too freaking strong, man. Come on, David Roddy, you got to grab that. Okay, Ja Morant, I need you to be on the same program. Feed 13, Ja with the pull-up jumper. So Ja Morant's jumper has been looking very nice this game. Another pull-up jumper from Ja. Missed that one. But it was a nice, clean look. And the thing about John Morant that is very impressive is John Morant did not even have the foot. David Roddy gives up a wide open three, sagging off of Tobias Harris for some unknown reason. But John Morant's footwork was not even capable of getting him these 3 points, these jump shots off when he was a rookie. He has put in so much work as a player to get these. Golly. David Roddy for three, air ball. Feed 13. I don't know, Ja with a lot of drives to nowhere lately. He just drives all the way into traffic against the bigs instead of just pulling up for the short floater. All he has to do is stop right before he gets to the rim and hit the floater. Lead down to 6. And for some reason, Jared Jackson is out the game again. And Ja Morant promptly turns the ball over. So we built the lead up with Jared Jackson. We'll give it back out. We'll get the lead back up with Ja Morant with a wide open dunk. Sante with the pass, the kick out. Dangerous foul by Shake Milton. John Conchar with the run out. Shake Milton hit him kind of at the waist level, but could have caught him off balance because John Conchar was out in the air when he hit him. Good shot. Free shots from John Conchar. Free throw. I was trying to make a play off his post today about dunk shots, but yeah, I think that's John Conchar's first 2 points of the game from the free throw line. 50-40 Grizzlies. Come on, Grizzlies. Get up to 60 by the halftime. Let's get it. Whew. The MB footwork, man. Impeccable. Jump shot off the on the baseline. Whew. So pretty. Ja Morant with the floater. Miss. Nobody else touched the ball though. Do not like. DeAnthony Melton with the pull-up three. Grizzlies let them get another offensive rebound and a finish at the rim. Let me tell you, team just does not play the same without Jared Jackson on the court. Santi Aldama with a wide open three. Steven Adams misses a putback. Foul on DeAnthony Melton. Steven Adams. I mean, these guys miss so many shots at the rim, man. So many shots at the rim. Now I can't even complain about the process that Santi is doing. He's missing shots, but he's taking good shots. Missed the free throw also. But listen, you're just gonna have to make these shots, Santi. You're getting wide open threes, and I'm gonna need you to make them. And Grizzlies are gonna have to do better at the free throw line. There's no excuses for a team to be shooting maybe less than 70% at the line. Ja Morant, wide open three, money. I called it before he hit it. 18, I think, for Ja. Looks like Ja might be headed for a 40-point game tonight. Nobody, and I mean nobody on this Philadelphia team can guard him. He can literally get whatever he wants, and they can't bring their big out to hedge against him like the Timberwolves do, and sort of like the Knicks did. Whew, Santi does little things that are so smart. He he had PJ Tucker in jail, running up the court, and ended up getting a foul called on PJ Tucker. It's just some of the little things that he does are so smart. As he gets more and more experience and gets stronger and stronger, Santi Adama is going to be a real effective player. I really want to see some lineups with Santi and Jaren, though. I want to see a little bit more of that. We haven't really gotten that. Been a lot of Jaren with mostly with Brandon Clark and Steven Adams, but I want to see some Santi Jaren lineups a little bit more. Hopefully, we'll get that more as when Bain and Zaire come back. Let's get these free throws, Santi. Knock them both down. First one goes down 55-44. Grizzlies. The goal is to get to 60 by half. 60 by half. Man. All right. Santi knocks both of them down 56-44. Let's build this lead out. Build this lead out. Oh, come on. It was probably a good call, but it was a late call on Steven Adams. Looked like he had stripped Joel Embiid off on the turnaround, but no, it was just it was a foul. He he hit his arm. He might have got the ball afterwards, but he definitely fouled him. No question about that. So that was kind of hilarious. Steven Adams, man, you cannot trust NBA players about anything about foul calls, man. They will do the most obvious foul and act like they hadn't touched anybody. Let's get this, Ja. Let's get this, Ja. All right. Ja trying to get some room off on DeAnthony Melton. DeAnthony Melton finna eat this screen. Ja puts him in jail, finishes at the rim. 20 points for Ja Morant, I do believe. Nobody on Philadelphia can guard Ja Morant. 20 points, 9 to 16 from the field for Ja Morant. Another break by DeAnthony Melton. Get a ball to Ja. Nobody on this team can hold him. Nobody. Uh, Alley oop from Ja to Santi Aldama. That he's got them so worried about him that everybody is literally everybody's open when he goes to the hole now. They are so worried about him in the pick and roll that everybody is open when he gets there. He could have kicked it out to David Roddy for a wide open 3-pointer. Still gave up a layup right there. Got to do better on defense. Minute 44 to left. We got 60 points like I wanted. So the offense has picked up. Dylan Brooks is getting ready to check in. Brandon Clark getting ready to check in, but not Jaren Jackson. Does Jaren have 2 fouls? Jaren might have 2 fouls. And in that case, that would be understandable. Like I say, I can't hear the commentary, so I haven't really been keeping up with his fouls on Jaren. Jaren does have 2 fouls. So it's understandable them not bringing him back in, especially with a 14-point lead. Ja missed the floater. Could have had 22. Still might get 22. DeAnthony Melton trying to attack Brandon Clark. Uh, Ja on Joel Embiid. Come on, man. Santi, take the assignment, Santi. So yeah, Jared has 2 fouls, so that's probably why he's staying on the bench. Steven Adams goes to the bench also. He might have 2 fouls. This game is far from over, so it's better to have a fully loaded Jaren in the second half when you got a double-digit lead than to push. Jaren is subject to getting a silly foul every once in a while. So, oh come on, why Dylan Brooks with the foray into the paint and the fadeaway jump shot for 62-48 Grizzlies. Okay, giving up 3-pointers, man. Stop giving up wide open step 3-pointers. Ja Morant misses the layup at the rim. Kind of a wild layup. Ja Morant on Joel Embiid again. And a wide open 3-pointer again. What the hell, man? Lead down to 8. Just that quickly. Give up 2 wide open 3-pointers. It's like we can't identify the 3-point shooters on this team. Ja Morant feeds Brandon Clark for an alley-oop dunk because, of course, he's getting all the attention. 1.9 left. Santi Aldama blocks Joel Embiid's shot at the half. And we go to halftime with the Grizzlies leading 64-54. Look like the Hornets are trying to lose their game now. They're only up by 10. They were up by 20 earlier. Hawks up by 2 over the Nuggets, 81-79. Celtics 73-70 over the Heat. Nets still up big against the Hornets, 77-59. 76-62. Cavs over 62 over the Magic. Lakers holding on for dear life over the Bucks, 73-71. 64-54 at the half for the Grizzlies. Spurs lead the Pelicans now, 52-49 at the half. No other games have started. The other games, 2 more games about to kick off in a few minutes. And then we got the nightcap, the Bulls at the Warriors. So I will be back after the halftime. All right, the game is back. First 15 seconds off. Trying to finish this game. A snap. Marvel snap. Let's see what we got here. Pitiful. Okay, Jaren with the block of Embiid. I'm back with it. Finally get another block. Dylan Brooks with the finish over Embiid. Jaren Jackson has been rebounding very well in very small, short minutes. It's the first free throw. 70-57 Grizzlies. Let's extend this lead before Jaren gets out. Let's get this lead to 15 or more before Jaren has to go out on his break or his shift. Come on, get a ball to Ja, get a ball to Ja, get a ball to Ja. Feed 13, 3. Come on, Jaren. Pop that court. All you had to do, Dylan Brooks, was feed the ball to Jaren Jackson. 4 cubes. And we could have got an easy 2 points, Jaren Jackson and Shake Milton. Then Anthony Melton with the finish over Jaren Jackson. Joel Embiid pokes the ball out of and Jaren Jackson gets the foul, offensive foul against PJ Tucker, basically because he's bigger than PJ Tucker. Block for Jaren because somebody's stupid enough to foot on the line, 3-point, foot on the line shot for Come on. Jaron Jackson is dealing, folks. Jaron Jackson is dealing. Um, just a way different player this season. It's a lot different player this season. If you're watching, you notice it. Just a way more aggressive. Oh, he got dunked on that time by Tobias Harris. Jaron Jackson got dunked on by Tobias Harris. Got rotated over a little bit late, but when you're a shot blocker, you're going to get dunked on. Feed Jaron. Jaron, come on. John Conchar missing another layup and gives up a three-pointer promptly. Jesus, man, just hit your damn layups. How hard is it to make a damn layup? John Morant, another drive to nowhere. Oh God, Jesus. Now the lead is down to 6 because they play with no attention to detail. They do not play to put their opponents away. They're just playing to be playing. They just be out there playing, man. They do not try to put teams away when they have them down, and they give up so many double-digit leads, so many double-digit leads because when they have teams down, they take bad shots. They don't finish at the rim. Just a bunch of careless mistakes that they make repeatedly, and this has been happening all season long. Just dumb shots, poor shot selection, can't finish at the rim. Too many. They have too many guys that do not have NBA athleticism and have short arms, so they do not dunk the ball when they get to the rim. Only Ja and Jaren basically dunk the ball, and Zaire when he plays dunk the ball at the rim. The rest of these guys are trying to do some kind of layup over NBA length, and it's they have to have poor finishing numbers at the rim relative to the rest of the league. So instead of pushing a lead to 20 points when you have a team down that's not playing well, you take 3, 4 possessions off, give up wide open 3-point shots, and now instead of a 20-point lead going from 15 or 13 to 20, the lead goes from 13 to 6. And that's the difference between teams that are really trying to kill teams and teams that are just out there playing casually, trying to put up numbers. And I just get the sense that the Grizzlies aren't really trying to destroy teams on a nightly basis. They're just not. And it's not a talent level thing, it's an effort level thing. effort, and intelligence. Just just silliness, man. Steven Adams gets a foul on Joel Embiid, but it's really foul baiting. I mean, there was no chance he was going to make the shot. He's just trying to look for fouls. So let's see. Steven Adams with the offensive rebound. John Conchar with a wide open three. Bango. Steven Adams feeds John Conchar for the wide open three. 76-67. 76 them. Grizzlies lead by 9. Let's see if they can get a stop here. Basically, all right, got a steal by Steven Adams. Jaren Jackson controls it. Now let's see if we can get the ball to Jaren against PJ Tucker. Floater by Ja. Casual ass floater by Ja again. Instead of playing with a purpose, now Jaren Jackson, of course, 5 minutes into the half, Jaren Jackson goes to the bench. Santi Aldama comes in. Steven Adams with the offensive rebound. Wide open three-pointer, John Conchar. Bang. At least Conchar is hitting his wide open threes, missing layups, but he's hitting his threes, and it's back up to 12-point lead. And I know I'm kind of sounding a little bit down, even though we're up 12, but this is not a good performance, regardless of, this 76ers team is not that great without Tyrese Maxey and James Harden. Now, Dylan Brooks goes 1-on-3 on a fast break. Why? Why are you attacking 1-on-3 on a fast break? Why? There's just no good outcome for Dylan Brooks attacking 1-on-3 with Joel Embiid back in the paint. What are you going to do? You can't finish over Joel Embiid. Steven Adams gets a steal. Steven Adams with the runaway dunk. John Moran is laughing. Steven Adams gets a steal, breakaway dunk. That's something we might not see again until next season. Steven Adams. Now, Steven Adams is not playing poorly. I've been complaining about his finishing at the rim, but that's just a matter of his lack of athleticism and burst at the rim. But I would like for him to dunk more at the rim. But other than that, he is at least getting offensive rebounds now. But and he's keeping Embiid out of the post. So hopefully they can push this lead out some more. So we're going to see exactly how this goes. Need to push this lead out a little bit further. We really need to put this team away by the third quarter. In the third quarter, they do not. This is the second team they played where the other team really doesn't seem like they really want to compete. But if you let an NBA team hang around, until the fourth quarter. In the last 5 minutes, anything can happen, as we saw against Minnesota. All it takes is one player to get hot, and the next thing you know, you're taking home a big L for the night, despite the other team not really wanting to play at all. So that is the problem with this lackadaisical efforts that they get, these 3 or 4 possessions in a row where they take bad shots, fail to move the ball, or do not finish easily at the rim. You get a team like Philadelphia, who's really not competing at all and not playing well at all. You give them a chance to stay in the game. And of course, they have the potential to have the best player in the game in the fourth quarter with Joel Embiid. And he is good enough by himself, if you let the game stay close, to beat you by himself. And that's just the way it is in the NBA. So as long as they don't want to compete, you need to get their ass out, blow them out, get up by 20 in the game while you can. So this is a chance. Let's see if we can get 3 stops or 2 stops and two scores. 2 stops, 2 scores. Good. They did not bring Tyus in this time. They left John Conchar in. Steve Steven Adams blocks a Joel Embiid 3. Santi Aldama gets fouled on the drive by PJ Tucker. Needs to knock these threes down, knock these free throws down, push the lead up to 16. And then one more stop, one more score, and we are feeling a little bit better about this game and this effort. Steven Adams has been playing hard. Now, he is dealing with Joel Embiid, which is not an easy task. And Joel Embiid was getting the best of him. But of course, Joel Embiid, as always, is not in the best of condition most of the time. So he might be wearing down as the game goes on. And Steven Adams might be able to take him. Santi Aldama hits both free throws. 83-67. Grizzlies, let's get these guys out of here. Let's get them to want to sit down Joel Embiid and throw in the white flag. Put it on their ass. Wide open 3. There you go, David Roddy. Get the rebound. But David Roddy is sinking too far in the paint off of a good shooter in Tobias Harris. Conchar. 3 drives by Conchar into a Joel Embiid, 3 bricks. And all he had to do, shoot your damn jump shot, man. Stop trying to drive into Joel Embiid. I don't know what the hell they are doing, man. You cannot, these guys, you are not a good enough finisher. You're not tall enough. You're not long enough to finish over Joel Embiid. And Ja Morant takes a floater over Joel Embiid. For some reason, they continue to think that the primary way to score is to attack Joel Embiid in the paint. And to me, it is dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. You have 4 other defenders that are sorry. Shake Milton, uh, Nang, you got Tobias Harris, and you got Matisse Thybulle in the game, and they want to attack Joel Embiid. And now, just like that, with the shot selection, Contra, I told you, it's always multiple possessions in a row. They do stupid shots. John Conchar tries to attack Embiid. John Morant tries to attack Embiid. And now, instead of the lead going to 18 with John Conchar, could have put the lead at 18 if he just takes the pull-up jumper. Now the lead is at 11. So this is how they keep letting teams hang in the game. Dumb possessions. Dumb possessions. And really, you shouldn't have dumb possessions when you have an all-NBA point guard. And he tries again to finish over Embiid at the rim. Pull up. Matisse Thybulle hits him in the head. No call. Oh, well, he did get the foul call. So, yeah, when I had a sound down, it's hard for me to tell if they called a foul or out of bounds. Brandon Clark comes in the game. Let's see if he's going to do anything besides catch an alley-oop. Let's see. Brandon Clark has 1 rebound tonight. Well, there's his second rebound. Third rebound, but he missed the putback. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. Joel Embiid goes to the bench, and this is the time Ja Morant pulls up from 3-point range on a fast break instead of taking it to the rim when they have 0 size in the game. This is what I'm talking about, attention to detail during the game. You have 0 size in the game now. You should be going to the paint at all times now. Philadelphia doesn't. I don't even know who is their center. B-ball Paul. So they don't have any real size. Oh, that's a foul. Come on, man. Foul, kickball, no calls. Yeah, this group right out here now. 3-pointer by John Conchar. Miss. Good shot, John Conchar. Good shot. The missed shots don't bother me. It's the process. Speaking of the process, wide open 3-pointer again. They are just lucky that the Philadelphia 76ers are missing these wide open 3-pointers because David Roddy and good finish by David Roddy. David Roddy and Brandon Clark and Santi Aldama, all of them sink too far in the paint on any kind of action. 3-point, 13-point game, 87-74. Um, David Roddy's got to be open. Come on. Santi Aldama with a drive to nowhere. For some reason, the Grizzlies still cannot pull away from this game. Still cannot pull away. 11-point lead. I think is Ja at the game. Let's see. Tyus in the game. Ja out the game. Santi Aldama throws a pass at Dylan Brooks' feet. Santi wide open 3. Miss. Why don't they feed Jaren Jackson on wide open 3s like they feed Santi? Because Santi gets a lot of passes his way. Come on, Dylan. You got to get down for that ball. Push the ball, Ty. Push the ball. Yep. No 2-for-1 this time. Why pull the ball out? Like you guys got some great one-on-one guy on the court. Santi with another wide open 3, and he bangs it. Finally, Santi hits the wide open 3-pointer. Now, do not give up a three-pointer or a layup. I don't know if that's going to count. We're going to see. They're going to have to review that. It was very close, and I don't have the sound on, so I can't tell. But I think if it counts, that's going to be 92-76 Grizzlies. Yeah, it counts. It counts. Barely. BC barely got that off. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. Now let's see. Some of these games should be wrapping up by now. So let's see what we got. Hawks beat the Nuggets 117-109. Good for the Grizzlies. Hornets outlast the Wizards 117-116. Heat are up on the Celtics 102-99. Like I said, I think, let's see. Yeah, this is Jimmy Butler's first game back, and he had 17 and 12. Of course. Nets still up on the Raptors by 16 in the fourth. Cleveland up by 9 at the end of the game for over the Magic. Lakers up by 2 over the Bucks. That seems like it's going to tie game now. 6 minutes left. Tie game. Lakers and Bucks 114. Grizzlies up 16. Pelicans up 10 over the Spurs. Suns up 2 over the Rockets, 41-39, and the Jazz up 15 in the early in the second quarter against the Pacers, 41-26. Well, I think I am going to enjoy the fourth quarter. We're going to wrap this up. But guys, thank you for those who did tune in. But I will see you guys in the morning as we do a wrap up of this game. Peace.